All right, what is going on, everyone? This is gonna be trade recap for Monday morning. So this morning I finished trading pretty quickly. Um, I'll walk you through the day and my analysis of the day, and tell you why I took the trade I took. So starting in the 1 hour, we see that we inverse this 1 hour for value gap, um, creating bearish momentum. Um, as you can see. So my bias for the day was definitely more bearish than it was bullish. We had this sell side point here that is a good target to hit for today. But yeah, I mean, pretty simple how I kind of created my bias this morning. But scaling down into smaller time frames, I noticed that we've just been in this like just square like as you can see this I forgot the name of it, constellation when it's just trading sideways. I can't think of the word right now, but we've just been in the square like the whole morning. Um, so whenever price starts behaving like this, I always this is a really good indication for me to half my risk. So normally I trade one trade a day, um, but when I half my risk, I'm able to take two. That doesn't mean I'm going to take two. That just means I'm able to take two if I want to, because I'm cutting my risk in half. So coming to the day, I noticed that we were just in this square trading sideways. So instantly I made sure to half my risk. Um, Now with that out of the way, I got on my computer at like 8, and I was really just watching price. It wasn't doing much. Um, like there was no setups, no nothing. Uh, Here we did get a potential 2 minute, but I'll explain to you guys why I didn't take this 2 minute. Now, let me rewind it a little bit. All right. So coming in the day, I saw that this momentum swept this liquidity and this liquidity, right? It swept the liquidity of the like rectangle it's been trading on. And normally that's a sign for it to go lower, right? It trades like this, goes up, takes that buy side, uses that to go down. So that was kind of my thinking with this. I saw this candle kind of sweep all that, and it had formed a nice 2 minute. So I wanted to wait for the close of this below, and I mean before I entered. But I did want to wait for the close below it. Now, if I skip some candles, I saw this candle and I instantly started getting my order ready to place it. But if you could see, this next candle, look what it does. Right? So, off the bat, once you see that kind of rejection, that's not really a great sign, right? You kind of want it to be clean. Um, you don't want to be getting into the entry when it goes from being high probability to medium probability. Because if this would have closed how it closed, like if this would have just been one close, this would have been high, really high probability, and definitely would have taken out all this liquidity. But this rejecting and then having to try again kind of lessens the probability. But I would still take this trade regardless. I'd just definitely be more wary of it, and probably even go less risk. Um, so I was waiting for this candle to close down, as you can see, but we don't get that, right? So we're waiting on this next candle, and look what this next candle does. It comes down with really good momentum, and then it just closes green. So that was like the last straw for me. That was what made this trade invalid. After I saw this, I didn't feel like taking this trade anymore because it went from high probability to medium probability to low probability. Just fuck it up. So yeah, and if you see like, sure, like the next candle did close below it. This candle here told me everything I really needed to know. Like it told me it wasn't gonna be a clean, fast close and a clean, fast sweep of this sell side. It's kind of just telling me like, hey, I'm stalling. And it did that. As you can see, sure, it went down a bit, but it did not take any of this liquidity, right? All these points of sell side that's been forming. And it just ended up going back up and probably would have stopped you out, honestly, because it didn't even hit the break-even point. So, obviously, it's easier explaining in hindsight, but this was my thinking when I was looking at this. Now, seeing this move up kind of excited me because if you could, like, if you're on the 5-minute, you could see, right? This is all snaky, choppy, blah, blah, blah. This candle is clean. It's one big candle close. And you'll be able to see, well, this is the part where I enter my trade. Enter on the 2-minute. We get another sweep of the previous high. Now this high becomes a protected high. Why does this become protected? Well, because both of these highs were used to take some sort of liquidity to the left, some sort of sell side, and they both fall into give me a second. I guess they don't. Now they do. Yeah. Right here. So this one falls into this fair value gap to the left. And then this one fell into this 3-minute to the right. I could have sworn there was another fair value gap. Well, yeah, I guess you could count this one. Oh, and it comes all the way down on the 4-minute. All right, so the reason these both are protected highs is because they took out some sort of buy side and they stopped at a fair value gap. So market really has no reason to market has zero reason to go back up, right? Like here, after you created this high by the next candle closing red, this really has no reason to come back up. Like zero. Like what's the point of that doing it? Like there isn't. There's no point of this doing this. Especially because we have, let me actually make my shit white so you can see. Especially because we have all this low resistance liquidity below us, right? And we have this sell side target. So on the 2-minute, as soon as I saw the momentum from this candle and this close, I entered here. Entered short, boom. Stops above that high at them a little bit higher. And I had my TP here. Now I was conservative with my TP here because this is still in like a bad price action rectangle. And I really don't like taking trades there. I've noticed that when I take trades here, I lose a lot. So what I've started doing is started halving my risk, and I'm just gonna do a conservative take profit. Now I knew that this was gonna come down and take this, and I was trying to leave a runner, but it hit this before I was able to place my runner, which is fine. Um, Here I'll show you guys my executions. I took it on MNQ, obviously not NQ, because I don't have the funds for that. But hey, look, I entered here, and I didn't get out here. I got out like right in the middle of this big ass can. But yeah, that was today's trade. It was a pretty good trade. Um, it hit my take profit like instantly, and you can see how volatile this candle was. But good trade overall. I'm done for the day, even though that was half risk. Um, I still made pretty decent risk reward, and I don't really want to keep trading on a no news Monday in December. That's kind of like a combination to keep losing money. So I am done for the day. Um, Hopefully you guys understood why I took this trade, and hopefully it helped you, and then you could start making money and become a millionaire. Just kidding. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's trade recap. I'll see you tomorrow's trade recap tomorrow morning. Peace.